Welcome back to the Caffeinated Church Conference. Social media is a new frontier for communications, and there's a lot of options for engaging in new ways with people in your church and in your community. We're going to go over just a few social media platforms and then talk more specifically about Facebook and Instagram. First, why should you be invested in social media in the first place? Social media is a space where people will find your church. According to BuzzPlant, a Christian-based digital advertising agency, 46.1% of churches say that social media is their most effective method of outreach. Through social media, you can build a relationship with friends of your members. Through social sharing and interaction, people are sharing the important moments of their lives. Is your church a part of what they are sharing? You can't ignore social media. It's here to stay. Some social media platforms will come and go, but overall, you should be investing your time into it. As you make a decision of which social media platforms to invest your time in, you'll need to ask yourself what your strategy is and who you are trying to reach. Then, with your strategy in place, you can implement the right social media platform to help you engage in this new social community. Should you be on Facebook? Yes, definitely. Causely, a business that helps develop brand reputation for charitable organizations, says that your Facebook page and website are equally important when used correctly. We'll talk more about Facebook in a moment, but for now, just remember that Facebook is an important platform for you to invest time in. What about Instagram? Should you have an Instagram account for your church? Possibly. Yes, for your youth director. Maybe for your church. What about Twitter? It depends on the context of your community, but in my opinion, for the majority of churches, not really. What about Pinterest? Possibly. Pinterest has some unique functions and could be a great fit for a church. If you're a well-known wedding venue or you want to engage with others at an intersection of creative idea generation and faith, then maybe explore how Pinterest could be of benefit to you. Should you have a YouTube or Vimeo account? Yes. If you have the capability of doing videos, for sure. With all of these social media platforms, ask yourself how you can be relational. How can you relate to people who you are trying to strategically engage with? Let me tell you about a really great tool that will help you in your creativity. Canva makes social media easy in content creation with drag and drop features and professional layouts to design consistently stunning graphics. Canva offers its premium version free to registered nonprofits, so I'd recommend you set up an account and dive in. It's useful for all your projects, not just social media. It can help you lay out photo collages, social media posts, presentations, posters, calendars, infographics, and other projects. Just visit canva.com and register as a nonprofit to get started. Now let's dive into Facebook. Let's first learn about the differences between a Facebook page versus a Facebook group. A Facebook page is like a person's Facebook profile, except it's designed for an organization, not an individual. Facebook pages can behave like a person, connecting to and friending other people and other Facebook pages. A Facebook group is a page organized for a common interest or organization in order to promote discussion and interaction among its group members. It looks a lot like a Facebook page, but functions differently. According to Facebook, pages and groups are for two different purposes. Groups are meant to foster group discussion around a particular topic area, while pages allow entities, such as public figures and organizations, to broadcast information to their fans. Only the authorized representative of the entity can run a page. So if you don't have a Facebook page, I'd recommend setting one up for your church. You'll want to claim your page as the authorized representative of the church if someone has already set one up. You can get your page authorized either by having Facebook call the church with an authorization code, or you can scan a phone or utility bill for the church and submit it to Facebook to approve you as, in their terms, business owner. Your page is a window into the ethos of your church. It's the conversations you're having. It's the things you care about. It's the things you celebrate. It's the family environment that'll pull a visitor in. Again, visitors are looking for Facebook pages for churches before they visit the church personally, just like they're visiting your church website. Make sure you're investing some time into your page and engaging conversations with your members there. Let's talk about the Facebook algorithm for how content is published in what is called a newsfeed. Facebook names this algorithm EdgeRank. And Facebook's been playing with this algorithm and other factors lately, but generally, this will give you an idea of what you can expect. Affinity times weight times time decay. Affinity is the relationship you have with users. It's your history of post engagement. And what this means is that you must focus on developing relationships with those who are interacting with your page. Are they responding to questions you are asking? Are they having meaningful conversations on your page? Weight is the second factor in this EdgeRank algorithm. Comments and shares have more weight than likes. So what we have to remember here is to always ask questions, or frame your posts to engage responses, or ask people to share your post. But when you create your post, think about the question, what will make this post go viral? Would I comment on this post or share this post if I came across it on my own newsfeed? The third major factor is time decay. Current content is shown in your newsfeed. After a while, it's ranked lower, and they'll not see it as they scroll through their own news feeds. But there's a catch here. It's called story bumping. Notice that when a friend gets engaged or loses a pet or a loved one, and that person will get a lot of comments on their page, or likes or sad faces, etc., the affinity and weight quotients go up because a lot of people are engaging with the post. So the story is bumped into the news feeds higher than other content people are seeing in their news feeds. So it outweighs the third factor of time decay for a little longer. Facebook has had some major changes lately. The new goal for Facebook is to help you to have more meaningful social interactions. The key word here is meaningful. Mark Zuckerberg wrote that you'll see less public content like posts from businesses, brands, and media. And the public content you will see will be held to the same standard. It should encourage meaningful interactions between people. Brands and content publishers like churches are going to see the biggest hits. Users will see significantly less content from businesses and pages. That's bad for us as churches and organizations, but it doesn't kill the importance of us being on and engaged with Facebook. Pages that make posts that generally don't get any interaction will be deranked. Engagement bait posts will be demoted in news feeds. Higher quality posts that people are engaging with will be prioritized. Again, all of this comes down to the EdgeRank algorithm principles. Ask questions. Encourage comments and shares. Some other interesting facts about Facebook's recent changes are that local news will be prioritized. News that comes from trusted sources will be prioritized, those voted as trustworthy. So, what are the strategies to get higher interaction on Facebook? Ask your people to change their settings on their Facebook page to See First. Also, find the influencers in your church, those who admit that they're on Facebook a lot, and ask them to volunteer as your Facebook ambassadors. Ask them to make comments and share your posts whenever they come across them. Let's talk about Instagram for a bit. As with all social media, your strategy should be to go where the people who you want to engage with are. Instagram has 700 million users. 400 million users are daily users. Most are between 18 to 29 years old. If this is the demographic that you're trying to engage with, then you should be on Instagram. Do you know who owns Instagram? Facebook. Facebook bought Instagram in 2012 for $1 billion. With Instagram, you can share short videos and photos or galleries of photos. It's a great visual connection tool. You can have multiple people sharing simultaneously with a shared login. So this is helpful if you have multiple people administrating your Instagram profile. Let's talk about content that you can share on social media. Celebrate volunteers, leverage popular hashtags, quote scripture, show your worship, have fun and invite people into your community. Show the community in action. Tell stories through sacred moments captured. Celebrate cultural landmarks like holidays or days of remembrance. There's so much you can do with social media. Share what inspires you. Share what you think will be interesting to not only those in your church, but friends of those in your church. When it comes to photos and video content of what's going on in your church, it's important to have a media policy. The Episcopal Church in Colorado has a couple different policies that cover media use, as well as general congregation or ministry communications. Feel free to utilize these policies and implement your own policy for your church or organization. Social media doesn't have to be a scary new frontier. Jump in and have an attitude of adventure. Be bold in trying new things and new strategies for getting to know your parishioners, as well as engaging with others in your community who you find online. Lastly, have fun. God is present in the digital world too, and I think that you'll be blessed by being a part of the story that God is telling in the world of social media. Thanks for being a part of the Caffeinated Church.